All right. So, have you guys ever felt like sometimes you just spiral out of control? Like you are a Christ follower, you know about Christ, but sometimes you just spiral out into your thoughts and you start thinking about like something that is completely unrealistic, something that you shouldn't be thinking about, something that you shouldn't be anxious about, and you start feeling bad. And because you start feeling bad, you start going into this bigger and bigger spiral. You're like a NASCAR. You're just spiraling into the freaking wall until you freaking hit it the more that you focus on that stuff. So I have been feeling like that sometimes, and it does not feel good to feel like that. It feels like, what the hell do I do? What the hell are we supposed to do when we feel like that? You know what I'm saying? So yesterday, I have been feeling like that. It just kind of happened. I didn't mean for it to happen, but it just kind of happened. And there was something that helped me really get out of this that I want to share with you guys. Firstly, let me say, if you guys have any methods of keeping your attention away from these things that you're spiraling into and keeping it on Jesus, please share it with me. If any of this sparks anything, please share it with me because I would love to hear what you guys do for this, because this is something I'm always trying to get better in at. And I think all of us as Christians, it's our main goal to be able to keep our attention on Jesus. So yesterday I see this TikTok video when I'm feeling that spiral, and it was talking about NASCAR. You know, I don't even watch NASCAR or anything, but it's talking about NASCAR and how the drivers, a lot of the times when they're spiraling out of control, they're taught one specific thing. What they're taught is that when you're spiraling out of control, do not look at the wall. You need to look at the cars in front of you to try to get back into the race. If you look at the wall, you are going to hit the wall. But if you're looking ahead of you, you are going to go there. So where your attention goes, you are going to follow. Same thing with our problems. If we're focusing on our problems and we're focusing on it so hard, we're going to go towards our freaking problems. If we're focused on the things, no, if we're focused on God, if we're focused on Jesus Christ, we're going to go towards Jesus Christ, and we are going to be able to remember that in these moments. So don't focus on our problems, focus on how big our God is. And for some reason, that just really, not even for some reason, of course that's going to get me out of it. Man, it's just like, it's amazing to think about it like that. We have this God, we have Jesus Christ, who is bigger than any problem that we could have, who loves us bigger than anybody, loves us more than anybody, understands us more than anybody. And to be able to just say like, these problems aren't going to do anything to me because I have Jesus Christ, that's the best thing we could say. But of course, for a lot of us, it's like, how do we keep our attention on Jesus? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we, if we start spiraling, what are we going to do? What's the tools we're pulling out that's going to get us towards Jesus, that freaking grappling hook that's going to get us over there? So for myself, I started diving into that. I was like, okay, how the frick do we do that? And I started asking ChatGPT, like, okay, what are some methods? Like, how could I freaking do this? And one of the things that it said is a different way of thinking about it. Firstly, trying to keep your focus on Jesus throughout the whole day is very, very tough. Like you're gonna not be able to focus exactly on him every single day, like every single second of the day. It's just not gonna happen. But being able to focus on his awareness. And the example that he gave for it is the fact, like if you were walking with a friend throughout your whole day, like sometimes you're gonna talk with that friend. Sometimes you're going to thank them and say like, thank you for being such a great friend. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. Sometimes you are going to have a great talk. You want to talk to them about something. But sometimes y'all are just going to be walking. You're just going to be feeling their presence and appreciating their presence. And if you can get an awareness that that person is walking with you all day, you start to appreciate their presence. Same thing with Jesus. Jesus Christ is walking with us every single freaking day. So if we can just get an awareness of his presence, like literally, he is on this freaking couch right here. I know y'all can't see it, but there's a couch right here. If I can think about the fact that he's on this couch right here, what the hell do I have to fear? And then we tie this in with the verse. Jesus Christ is Lord and my salvation and I don't remember the full verse. Jesus Christ is my Lord and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Jesus Christ is my strength. Whom shall I be afraid? You think about that, and he's with us every single step that we go. What do we have to fear, man? And you just keep remembering that. The next time you have a problem, next time we have something that is taking us out of the moment, taking us into these deep thoughts, just try to get yourself out of it. It's like you're drowning in water and you need to reach out and pick up his hand. He's reaching his hand just like he did for Peter. But this is just something that really helped me, and I think it's like super important because, you know, sometimes I think we feel bad. The fact that we're Christians and we know about Jesus, we know about, you know, who he is. But then all of a sudden we start getting into those thoughts, we start feeling like that. Because yesterday when I started diving into those thoughts and like getting a little bit deep in that, it was literally the same day that I had seen this TikTok about Jesus Christ to the Coco song, Remember Me. And it just was so sad. And I just was overwhelmed with that love and care and all that. And I was breaking down crying about it. And it was just this overwhelming sensation of just feeling God's presence. And that same day, I'm still diving into these deeper thoughts of like, oh no, like these kind of anxious, stressful thoughts. And that could be tough because it's like, damn, like I was just good right here. Why am I feeling this? I know God, I know Jesus, I know he's got my back and stuff like that. But I think it's just the training of that, because now after I've seen that TikTok, I realize like it's a battle every single day to continue to keep yourself on that. And for me, it's just tweaking it up. Like, okay, maybe if I pray in the morning and I pray at night, maybe if I pray in the middle of the day also, maybe that'll keep me aware of him more. And I think it's really just something that we have to train for ourselves. Like, what is going to keep our awareness? Is it reading the Bible? Is it praying? Is it reading devotionals? Whatever it might be for you. But I know you guys go through some tough times. I know you guys might spiral into those thoughts just like I do. So I hope that this helps you. Again, like I said, if you got anything you want to share with me in terms of how you do this, your experiences, your stories, or you just want to tell me how good your day has been today or how bad your day has been today, just let me know in the comments. I would love to talk with you guys. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Do something nice today. Act like Jesus today. Peace.